Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video. It is going to be a late update for my whole collection project pan for the month of November. This was a project that was created by Becky Loves Kanga, and I was heavily inspired to do this from my friend Emily from Emily and Max. I will have her channel linked down below as well as Becky's, and you can also just search the hashtag whole collection project pan. There are so many other content creators currently doing this project, so you'll have tons and tons and tons of hours of content to binge watch. I mentioned in a couple of my videos now, there is a ton going on in my personal life. Like, I can't even believe what is happening is my life right now. But I need some things to keep me distracted. I'm in a new location. My ring light's broken and I'm currently filming at like 8 at night, so it's super dark here. So I know my lighting is not gonna be great. I also haven't done my makeup barely at all. Like barely at all. So I don't have the most exciting progress. I do have one item that I will be rolling out, which I'm super excited about. And I also had to move my makeup collection very quickly and very unexpectedly. So I just feel very discombobulated. My life feels so incredibly chaotic. And I have a feeling we're just gonna end the year of 2021 in chaos, and then hopefully like we're gonna get it together in 2022. But I still wanted to update you guys on this project, so that is what I have for you guys today. If you are interested, stay tuned for this. If you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project planning content, or you just like to chit chat about makeup, I would love if you would consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. Okay, because I don't feel like organized, etc., I'm just gonna go literally in order of how I have items written down. I don't necessarily know that this was like the order that these items were rolled in, and I don't have all of the information on like how many months each product has been in this project, but we'll just start with the first product that I've written down, which is this Tarte Color Splash lipstick in the shade 5 o'clock. It is what is on my lips today, and this is how much lipstick we have left. When I rolled this in, I gave myself a goal of reaching for this 20 times. I also have lost my makeup tracking sheet, so I honestly don't know how many times I have reached for this. I know it's under 20, and I think I'm just going to continue to work on this and get as many uses as I can on this until the end of 2021. I will probably push my next update out a little bit further. Usually I've been updating on the 5th. I'm not 100% sure when this video will go up. I will probably do my finale for this project in the middle of December, and then give myself a bit of a break. And I do plan to do this project again. I want to add a little bit more. I do plan to do this project again in 2022. This is a super fun project for me. And I forgot to mention at the introduction, if you are new to this project, my entire makeup collection is itemized on an Excel spreadsheet. It is a rolling style project, and I randomly generate 10 products to work on at a time. But like I said, with this Tarte Color Splash lipstick, it's my favorite lipstick formula. I do like the color, especially for this time of year. So I'm just gonna continue to work on this until the finale. I have no idea how many uses I have on that right now. But that weighed 18 grams last update, and it still weighs 18 grams today. The product that I'm really excited that I will be rolling out comes from my Smashbox Cali Contour Kit, and I have been working on this banana or under eye setting powder for quite a while, and as you can tell, I do finally have a pan on this palette, which I'm super excited about. This shade was pretty much brand new when I rolled this in, and most recently I started using this to set my eyeshadow as well, and that is how I finally hit pan, and I'm so excited about this. I absolutely love this face palette. There was a time where I mentioned this face palette, and I swear every single video, it was one of those products that was just like a ride or die for me. Granted, I feel like this is one of my least favorite like shades in this palette, but I'm just so excited that this palette looks as loved as I feel like I love it in my heart, and I love to have a new pan in my collection. So this will be rolling out, and we will be rolling in one new product to work on for the last month of this project. Next up, I have this highlighter from Fenty Beauty. This is in the shade Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. I worked on this, I believe, all last year in my like rolling or 21 pans and 20 whatever it was, my year-long project pan. And I obviously have significant pan on this side, so I gave myself a goal of either using this entire pan up completely or hitting pan on this side, which I have not done have not hit either goal. I do feel like if I use this as an inner corner highlight, I could potentially hit pan on this side before the finale. So that's still gonna be my goal, because it would be exciting to hit yet another pan in my collection before the end of the year. And I don't feel like I would be able to finish up this side completely. So would like to still hit a goal on this, and I am pretty confident I could do that. I forgot to mention, this weighed 176 grams last update, and this still weighs 176 grams, even with the pan. And then my Fenty highlighter weighed 61 grams last update and still weighs 61 grams. Next up, I have my Milk Makeup Bronzing Stick in the shade Baked. Ironically, I worked on this either last year, I think it was last year, no, 2 years ago, I believe, in the whole collection project pan. And I gave myself a goal of using this 50 times. I used this a ton last year, and then it got rolled in again. I had a usage goal going on this as well, and again, I lost my usage tracking sheet, so I'm not sure how many uses I'm at for this bronzer, but I don't feel like I've reached for this at all since the last update. So this is another one. I'm just gonna try and get a few more uses on this before the finale, but I don't necessarily have a goal for this one, and I definitely won't finish this product up by the next update. This weighed 56 grams last update, and it still weighs 56 grams. Next up, I have a lip liner. This lip liner is from Bodyography, and this is in the shade Pouty. It is a really beautiful, just kind of mid-tone pink shade. There it is swatched right there. I will post a picture over here of like the goal that I gave myself and my usage tracked the last few months. This weighed 3 grams last update, still weighs 3 grams. I've made a little bit of progress, especially if you compare like where we started to where we are now. This is a pencil that wouldn't have gotten any use. So I'm excited that my lip pencil collection, I feel like, has gotten some good use this year, but obviously I'm not gonna be able to hit my goal line by the finale. So I'm just gonna try and continue to use this a few more times, and we'll see where we end at the finale. Next up, I have my Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Puff. I have 2 of the Glossier Cloud Paints, and I do like the formula, but I definitely have other cream / liquid blush formulas I like over this one. I do really like this shade though, because you can really sheer this out to just be a really beautiful sort of pinched cheek sort of shade. I don't remember using this all that much since the last update, but this weighed 12 grams last update, and it weighs 11 grams now. I don't believe I necessarily gave myself a goal for this product other than just to reach for it. It's possible I gave myself a usage goal. I was working on this earlier this year in my rolling Project 10 pan, but I rolled it out for a different shade, and honestly, I would just love to see how much use I can get out of this before the end of the year. Next up, I have another lip liner that I was working on. This one is from the brand Jante Bleu or Jante Bleu, I'm not sure. And this one I love even more in terms of shade. Here it is right here. It's more of like a neutral brown sort of shade. I love a good like brown neutral lip shade. I did give myself a goal of making it to here with this lip pencil to the top of the writing. I know I'm not gonna hit that goal by the next update, but I am really excited about the progress that I was able to make in the few months that this was in the project. This weighed 3 grams last update, still weighing 3 grams. I know we aren't necessarily seeing a weight change there, but I am just really excited about some of the progress that I made with my lip liners, because lip liners were not really a product that I reached for or used. So using them in projects like these is super helpful, and I just get motivated by any use at all. Next up, I have my Moon Prism face palette, and I have been working on the shade Spacey right here. This weighed 216 grams last update, and it still weighs 216 grams. I do know I gave myself a usage goal on this. I want to say it was like 15 or 20 uses. Again, lost my tracking sheet, and I'm not sure where I'm at, but I do know I have reached for this palette just about every time I have done my makeup, which may have only been like 4 or 5 times since the last update. But I'm really excited to be working on this palette, or just to have this palette in this project, because face palettes are something that definitely get neglected in my collection. So it's been really nice to have face palettes in this project. And I think next year for my rolling Project 10 pan, I'm always gonna have a face palette that I'm actively working on. And I'm a huge fan of this one from Lunar Beauty as well. So I'm just gonna reach for this as many times as I can from now until the finale, as well as I kind of change my goals a little bit. And then speaking of face palettes, I also have the Lorac Shine Bright face palette in this project. This is something I was working on earlier this year in this project as well. I was working on the shade Technicolor, and then ironically the shade, which one was it? Tea Rose, I believe, was rolled in last update or 2 updates ago. This weighed 119 grams last update, still weighs 119 grams. I think I only reached for this shade 1 time, maybe, because I've just been reaching for my Moon Prism so much. And I had reached for this face palette quite a bit at the beginning of the year when it was in this project prior to that. But I still love the blush shades in this face palette. I love these 4 shades. The highlights aren't like my favorite highlight formula, but I still like them and I still get use out of them. And again, I'm just really happy to have a face palette or another face palette going in this project. And then the 10th and final product to update you guys on is another Tarte Color Splash lipstick. So ironic that I had 2 like lipsticks, like same lipstick formulas that I was working on. This one is in the shade Beach Babe, which is a very pale nude sort of shade. I like this type of shade better in like the spring or summertime. And I don't believe, I've maybe reached for this 1 time. Maybe 1 time. And again, I'm sure I gave myself a usage goal on this and I don't have my usage sheet. I still have quite a bit of this lipstick left. I've been working on my Tarte Rum Punch lipstick, which is my favorite formula and favorite shade, and I haven't been able to finish that lipstick in like 3 years. So lipsticks take me forever to go through. I'm just gonna try and get a few more uses out of this before the finale as well, and that is going to be my goal there. But that being said, we are rolling out the Cali Contour Kit. So I am gonna roll in 1 more product just to get some use out of, just to roll in a product for funsies for the next month or so. I'm sure my spreadsheet is not up to date just because, again, my life is absolute pure chaos right now. But let me go into my whole collection project pan and how many products. 621 is the number. So we are going to randomly generate a number between 1 and 621. And we get number 44. Ooh, I feel like that might be a foundation. Maybe not. Let's see. Number 44 is my Tarte Breezy bronzer. Okay. I don't know how this always happens, but for some reason, in this whole collection project pan, I can roll and roll and roll, and I will always get products that I've either decluttered or that I'm working on other projects. So my Tarte Sea Breezy bronzer is actually a product that I'm currently working on in my Partners in Cream project pan. So we're gonna have to randomly generate another new number. And we get number 466, which is number 466. Where are you? Is a eyeshadow palette, and it's actually an eyeshadow palette that I don't think I've reached for at all this year. Maybe 1 time. It's the Huda Nude Rich palette. And when I roll in eyeshadow palettes, I give myself a goal of just reaching for that palette in any capacity 10 times. I do only have a month left of this project, so I don't necessarily know I'll hit that 10 mark. So maybe we'll give myself a goal of 5 uses, but I'm gonna go grab that palette and I'll be right back to share it with you. Alrighty, so I have my Huda Nude Rich palette. This is what this looks like. I adore the Huda Obsessions palettes. Sometimes they're really hit or miss, but both my Huda Nude Medium and Huda Nude Rich I love, and I love these tones for this time of year as well. So I'm gonna give myself a goal of reaching for this 5 times before the finale. I truly do not think that will be a problem at all, especially some of these beautiful shimmers. And the pans in the Huda Obsessions palette are actually rather shallow, so if I really were to try hard, I maybe could hit pan in this shade, and that would be super, super exciting. I'm really close to hitting my goal of 21 eyeshadow pans in 2021, and I would still love to hit that goal this year, so we'll see. But this is the product that I'm going to be rolling in to replace the Smashbox Cali Contour Kit. I'm very excited about it. This will be the last update before the 2021 finale, so I hope you guys enjoyed this update. Thank you so much for sticking around to watch today's video, for supporting me through all of the things this year. I know I have not been consistent with my YouTube channel at all this year, but 2022 is a new year, and even though there's so many terrible things going on right now, I have a very positive approach and look and just outlook on 2022. So that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. I love you guys so much. Thank you for sticking around to watch, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.